A giant knelt on the ground and easily dug a tunnel with his finger, directing water to the fields. The crops in the fields sprouted instantly. The king, seeing all of this, immediately blew the horn in his hand and commanded the giant to serve him. The giant scooped up a handful of river water and filled the pool in the king's castle, for the king alone to admire. It turned out that the giant was the guardian of the entire kingdom. But the king did not like him because he thought the giant was too beloved by the villagers. The giant took soil from the mountain to build houses for the villagers, but the king blew the horn and warned him not to do so. The giant dug holes in the ground to plant trees, but the king ordered his soldiers to cut them down. For every large tree the giant planted, the king had 3 large trees cut down. When the giant tried to stop them with his arm, the king became very angry and ordered the soldiers to shoot arrows at the giant. The giant thought the king was too arrogant and decided to leave in anger. The king, however, did not care and even ordered his soldiers to continue cutting down trees. Without the giant's restraint, the king became more and more outrageous. Before long, the once prosperous kingdom turned into a desolate desert. In order to survive, the villagers had to leave their homes and kingdom. Watching them leave, the king finally realized his mistake. To make up for his wrongdoing, he decided to find the giant and rebuild their kingdom. He followed the giant's footprints and kept walking forward. The journey was very difficult, and he was even scolded by children along the way. Seeing other kingdoms thriving and peaceful, the king was very envious, which made him more determined to find the giant. After going through all kinds of hardships, he finally saw the giant not far ahead. At that moment, the giant was planting a large tree. Suddenly, he heard a sound from behind. He turned his head and saw a ragged old man kneeling in front of him. The giant was puzzled until the king took out his tattered crown. Only then did the giant recognize that the old man was the once arrogant king. The giant disliked him very much. The king asked the giant to go back with him to rebuild the kingdom, but he accidentally crushed a flower on the ground. He immediately picked up the flower carefully and felt very sorry for it. The giant was surprised by the king's change and decided to give him another chance. He took the initiative to shake hands with the king to make peace and took him back to their kingdom. From then on, they worked together to rebuild their common homeland.